Yeah, what was that like getting up to watch Exeter win the Champions Cup?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was nerve wracking, but to see them get up and win, it was definitely worth getting up in the early hours of the morning and having a beer at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, do any of your mates, do anybody understand Exeter over there? Yeah, I presume in New Zealand they hear about the Leicesters and the other big teams, the long-established teams. I mean, do they know anything about Exeter around there?
Yeah, I think they probably haven't. But over the last sort of 4 or 5 years, they have, or at least last 4 years, yeah, because of how well they've done in the Premiership and stuff like that, and people do watch the Premiership over here, so in Europe as well. So they're slowly getting a following. But yeah, I imagine, 10 years ago or 8 years ago, they probably wouldn't know. Yeah, as you say, they know all the big clubs, but not the little small ones like Exeter.
Okay, yeah, the squad has slightly changed in the years since you've left, but you couldn't give me an insight to what you remember about the characters and the quiet ones in the Exeter dressing room. Well, can you fire a couple of names and a couple of characteristics at me? What are they like?
Yeah. I could actually write a book about all these characters in the Exeter changing room. It would be a bestseller. No, it's just the change room is a unique place, and I'd say like Yendall was probably Jack Yendall was probably the most hated man in the changing room, and used to always enjoy after a line-out session all the boys taking their tapes off their legs, not putting it in the bin, make it into balls, and seeing who can make the biggest ball, and then just firing them at each other in the changing room. Things like that is just things you can't replicate, because of it is the change room is like no other change room you've ever been a part of, and because everyone gets along and everyone just it's a place where if you get too big for your boots, you get told pretty quickly. You get put down to earth real quickly. So no, it is a great environment, and I think they sort of keep that alive now.
Yeah, okay. Just curious, can you take me right back to when you were leaving Leicester to go to Exeter? I mean, at that particular time, people would have looked at, say, the state of English rugby and gone, geez, there's you making a move from an established club who kind of are in the habit of winning trophies, competing for trophies every year, and you're moving to Exeter, this unfashionable club from a part of England where rugby, isn't the great sport it's seen in other places of England. I mean, what did you see at that time? Did you imagine it could turn out like that 3 years later you'd be Premiership champions? And you see now where Leicester are, and I don't mean anything, no disrespect to Leicester, but nobody could have foreseen the turning of the tables way back then, and Exeter will be dominating the way they are, and Leicester will be down there struggling now, given the history of the both clubs.
Yeah, I pretty much, like, I give a lot of credit to Leicester for helping me reach my international dream of playing for England and stuff like that. So if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have got an opportunity and stuff, because it is a well-known club and the way they go about things is world class. And but I knew pretty early on in my 4th year, me and Richard Crocker probably didn't see eye to eye. We were probably on different pages, and I knew that I wanted to go somewhere different. And being from New Zealand, I think me and my wife sat down and we sort of said, if we're not going to go to Leicester, or should we go to a London club so we can actually enjoy what we're doing and sightseeing and enjoy the London lifestyle. Something's always going on, and then my wife sort of came back to New Zealand and for a holiday for her sister's wedding, and I sort of rang her and said, I've got a meeting, my agent, I've got a meeting with Rob Baxter from Exeter. And Emma was like, well, where's Exeter? And I was like, somewhere near the beach. And then she said, okay then, because being landlocked in the middle of Leicester, you don't really, because of being in New Zealand, you love the beach and stuff. So I went and met Rob on the M42, and I think meeting Rob and the feeling I got from him and the way he probably presented himself, he'd done all his analysis on myself and said, okay, I like the way you carry and stuff like that, but I think we need to work on your defence, and there's other things you can work on. But he talked about rugby first, and where he wanted to see the club and the way the direction he was going, and probably just the passion he talked about the club and the amount of effort he put in to look at my games and show me what he liked and what we can work on. Probably sold me on the day, and then I probably came home selling it to my wife. Yeah, we're going to go to Exeter now instead of going to a London club, and that's where it all happened. And it was probably the best move I did.
How long did it take you between meeting Rob and signing? What was the time like?
Oh, one day.
Really? Okay, yeah, that quick.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of shows you what sort of a persuasive, impressive guy Rob Baxter is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and that's as I said, the way he sort of presented it to me was like one of those coaches you just sort of knew you're going to get on really well with. He's probably he's real good at managing people as well, not just his coaching, but he knows how to manage people. For some reason we just clicked pretty much straight away.
Yourself, Thomas, how's retirement treating you? What's it like back there? Are you still Wellington? You're living there, is it? Is you somewhere around that area?
Yeah, no. So we're back to level 1 now. We're sort of getting back to normal, and everything's sort of ticking along nicely. So we've had our second wave, and we've got over that now. So we're sort of back to slowly normality, which is nice. So we can sort of have crowds at the rugby games. We've had the 2 Bledisloe Cups the last 2 weeks, so it's good to have crowds there and stuff. And then getting up on the weekends and watching the Chiefs last weekend, and then definitely this weekend. So it's been a busy couple of weeks.
Okay, and what are you doing post rugby? What's keeping you active? What's keeping you busy?
Oh yeah, so I work for Heineken.
Funny that.
Yeah, so over here I've got like a territory from Wellington up to Foxton. On the coast, so I look after bars, supermarkets, and bottle stores. So I'm in charge of that sort of stuff. So I wanted to move away from the rugby side of things, just to challenge myself to get out and do something different. So yeah, being a sales rep is different and challenging, but but I really enjoy it at the moment. So it's really good.
It's weird that it's Heineken, and that's the thing Exeter are celebrating with at the moment, you know.
That's the thing. So yeah, it's always nice to see them when they're spraying Heineken over each other, especially working for them was always a bonus. And then I'm sort of just keeping myself busy by running, and I've joined the local dad's mountain biking club, which is just down the road. So we every Wednesday we catch up and go for a bike ride, and then go and have a beer in the garage, which is nice and relaxing and something different.
Right stuff. Are you in the city there, or are you outside it?
No, outside of the city.
Outside, okay.
Yeah. So in Lower Hutt.
And just final one with regard to everything. Did you feel Exeter get the respect and the praise and the credit that they should deserve for being so consistent? Some people might come across as being critical of the way Exeter play, that they might be entertaining, etc., all that crap. But I mean, rugby's about winning at the end of the day, and then you look back on the performance and all that crap afterwards. And Exeter have got that down to a T at the moment, haven't they?
Yeah, that's the thing. And to be fair, I don't think Exeter read into that sort of rubbish anyway. Because if you look at it, if you teams let you have get 5 meter scrums and 2 meters from your line, you know what's going to happen. What's going to happen if you don't defend it properly, and if you can't stop it, you're gonna go down 5 points. So no, I think Exeter. I think they're just taking it stride, and Exeter just plays the way that they play, and whatever they deem to be to get the win at the end of the day, that's the way they're going to play. So yeah, I don't think the Chiefs look at like Stuart Barnes, for example. He abused the Chiefs a couple of years ago, saying that they're not that entertaining. But no one reads into it. We just get on and do what we do best, and just do our business.